Pals podcast, where the proof is in the pudding, and trust me, this pudding is thick. What's going on, girls? Feeling thick?
Sounds a little gross sometimes.
But she does it so good.
I know.
All right. Today on the couch we have Steph, Rachel, myself, Danielle, Jordyn, Staci, and honorary PD,
He's taking a nap.
either stoned or
he naps sitting up like a cow.
All right, Pudding Pals. Today's guest is someone we are so thrilled to have on, and you've probably screenshotted her beauty recs at some point on Instagram. Kat James is here. She's an internet beauty bestie that you actually can trust.
She's gonna tell us what is worth the splurge and what is total nonsense.
I can't wait.
And also how to feel good and look good at any age.
That's amazing. But speaking of beauty, can we tell them what you did to Jordyn?
So there's this new smoothing system for your hair. It's like, you know, you can't use...
For those of you who don't know, Rachel
I'm a
is
hairstylist.
the hairstylist.
And anyway, I work in television, but now there's really no television in Hollywood. And so I work at a salon. And I only really like to do people I like. So, and people that are easy and fun, and brunettes are my favorite. But Jordyn wants me to color her hair and I won't. But I decided I would do this smoothing treatment that's new to make her hair healthy because she bleaches it all the time. So anyway, I take this whole course, I get certified. I'm like, Jordyn, come let me do this. It takes 3 hours, it's a pain in the ass. So I'm doing it, you put it in, you have to blow dry it and then put it in again and then flat iron it and let it sit for an hour. It's like this whole thing. So I'm doing it and the class told me on compromised hair, you're supposed to use a little bit of the white.
60% to 40%.
But then the lady, I was like, let me just make sure because Jordyn's hair, I don't want to like hurt her hair. So I call the lady, she's in charge of everything, the global like educator. She said, just use the purple. And I'm like, that's so weird. But anyway, so I did it. I use a little white because of my gut instinct, thank God. So I'm rinsing out her hair. And I get that if you're a hairstylist feeling.
That stomach feeling?
No, it's called pass out / throw up.
You guys, she was like, I go, what's wrong? And she's like, it's fine. We're just gonna keep watching.
I am in my phone. I'm like, her hair is purple. Her hair is purple.
Purple. I had purple
You
hair.
had to rinse it and
Like
then you
her
had
color,
to,
like her
This.
outfit?
It was this tint.
Some of it was, yeah. So anyway, and the lady's like, just wash it. And I'm like, okay. And I'm washing it. And I'm washing it. And I'm scrubbing it.
Jordyn's like, my head is raw.
No, literally, and I knew, Rachel, if you know, anyone who knows Rachel knows how badly she must feel inside, and you don't want Rachel to feel that bad because she's such the best human being. And I'm like,
anxiety.
it's okay, Rach, I could get it fixed by my colorist.
Rachel
It's
also
okay.
doesn't have a poker face.
Yeah.
So like
But you could see the sweat just dripping over the bowl.
I wanted to, everything was coming out everywhere. I'm sweating, throwing up, diarrhea, everything. Anyway, long story short, it came out, and it looked really good, yeah. And it actually toned down her yellow hair, which I actually liked.
She liked the color it was.
It was
after.
the same feeling I had when, at one time, I was on a set, and it was like this major A-list actress. I had to do another actress, and we had to do this lace front wig, and I'm like, no, I don't do those, really. And my boss was like not helping me, and the wig came, and it was crumpled in a ball, and the lady's like, Anyway, I'm like, this isn't looking right. Something's wrong. Like, and no one helped me. I'm sitting there, and this actress, cut. Excuse me, who did so-and-so's wig?
Oh, God.
I'm like, here we fucking go.
That's me.
Well, that's a story, Rach.
Same feeling.
That's such a story.
But I swear I'm good.
You are. You're the best.
You
She
are
is
the best.
the best. Honestly, I could not
Listen.
survive weekly without Rachel. It's every other day. Hey, Rach, can I swing by? Hey, Rach, can you fix me?
How could anyone
no one's
find you?
perfect. Oh, Rachel Bunch Beauty on Instagram. I guess is the easiest way.
Perfect. I love that.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I think, today we're all kind of like, as we get older, like beauty obsessed, right? We're all looking for the perfect potions and lotions and what to keep us young but not look overdone. So I'm super excited for today's episode and tips.
Saying it'd be so fun. So let's bring her in.
Let's bring in Kat James.
Welcome to the Pudding Pals podcast.
Kat James, welcome to the Pudding Pals podcast.
Thank you for having
We
me.
are beyond excited to have you here. Like,
Yay.
we've all screenshotted you.
Yes, we have all been saving your tips and tricks and screenshotting them to each other. So we can't.
I get so stressed out when people say that.
No,
I'm like,
I love
oh,
it.
God.
I love it. I mean, your skin is amazing. So
Thank you.
Tell us your secret.
Yeah.
I have no secrets. Start there. I have no secrets. I think the biggest thing I always say to people is, it's not a one size fits all. Like what's working for me may not work for you. So I always sort of caution people when I'll post a video and they'll say, what did you use? What's your favorite? And, I have things that I really believe in terms of ingredients, but I always caution, like, don't do exactly what I'm doing because your skin's not exactly the same.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think secret-wise, it's dedication. It's really, like I say to people all the time, this is my hobby. Like, I really, when something's not working, I tweak it. I figure out why it didn't work. I notice things that even in diet that change my skin. Like, I'm just very aware.
When did this all begin for you?
I was that kid that by 15, 16 years old, I was doing people's makeup, doing people's hair, fixing their skin, and to the point where by the age of 16, I was doing the moms. Like I would come over.
That's so fun.
Yeah, and me and the girls would be going out, and the moms would be like, "Could you just touch me up before you go?" Yeah, so I always knew it was a thing. And then when it was time to go to university, I'm Canadian, so I go to university. I was like, "What should I do? What should I take?" And my mom was the one that was like, "You're so good at this. Why would you go to marine biology, or why would you go into this is what you should do?" And I had never really thought of it as a career. Now it's a big career. Yeah. But I'm old, so it wasn't then so much a thing to be an esthetician, to be a makeup artist. But I ended up going to school for esthetician, which in Canada it's a 2-year program. And we learn injectables. I worked with a doctor afterwards. It's a very different program. We're in college I was in kinesiology with medical students. We really learned anatomy.
Cool.
So it's a very different program.
Can you do injections here?
Not in the States.
Damn.
Yeah.
What a bummer.
We take a trip to Canada.
Yeah. But I was, now there's so much of this stuff that's, gray market. Everyone's doing their own peptides. People are doing their own Botox now. And even I worked with derms and plastic surgeons for years, and I will tell you, I'm always TV doctor. I will go into the plastic surgeon's office and I will say, do 2 units here, do 2. I know exactly, but I would never dare inject myself.
You wouldn't.
It's madness out there. It's the wild, wild west right now with the peptides and people doing their at-home procedures.
I'm obsessed with peptides. So is there a specific peptide that you know of for overall skin beauty? Because I hear about it for energy and just more
Copper.
yeah. Really?
Copper, listen, NAD is obviously a great one for just overall rejuvenation, wellness. NAD is the gold standard. But copper for skin is amazing.
Really?
Wow. And would that be an injectable or would that be a spray for your nose?
It can be both. So I'm not someone that's good with needles. Trust me, I'd be 20 pounds
neither.
lighter if
I knew this 2.5 years, girl.
I'm always I want to jump on the GLP-1 bandwagon so badly.
What can I swallow?
Yeah, I'm just I don't think I can do it.
I do it. It's not that hard.
But are you a needle, I don't know.
You're afraid of needles?
Not afraid of needles. I mean, again, I worked in derms. I'm the person that cauterizes in an office. I don't know. For me,
Do it to yourself.
just it's a thing. I'm that person again. When I have a Band-Aid, when I have a wax strip, I'm 1, 2, 3, and
I am. No pain tolerance.
Yeah. So I think for me, I do copper, but I had it done in a capsule form. So it's still a medical grade.
So it's a compound
Yeah,
pharmacy.
but I take it orally because I know people that are taking the copper peptides through injections, and their skin looks incredible.
Oh my God, I'm doing
It's
it.
like that.
Call my doctor right now.
Do you know what? It's
We know where Staci's going.
Yeah, it's like that twilight skin. It has this luminosity to
Oh,
it.
I love that.
Yeah, it's,
Okay.
It's
Oh, that's
beautiful.
that's so
beautiful.
amazing.
So I would say for skin, NAD and copper are the gold standards in peptides.
Can I ask, have you done laser?
I've done everything.
Because what do you, your skin is gorge. It's like, it looks like it does.
Before you walked in, we
on
literally said,
Instagram.
"Is she gonna look exactly like she does?"
Yeah,
on
and you
Instagram?"
do.
You
I
look
will
exactly
say
the same.
that's sort of like I want to say like that's my calling card is when I meet people in the wild, they will always say to me, you don't use filters.
Yeah.
You look the same. And I'm like, thank you very
Your
much.
skin is the
Thank
filter.
you.
Like, it
It's
looks
like
great.
glass skin, but like I have wrinkles, but I also have blackheads. I'm like, what in the F do I do? Like, am I supposed to be doing a laser? I do retinol, I do all, but it's like something's not.
So the most interesting thing I would say about me, I do not use a prescription tret, which I know no.
That's what I was gonna ask you.
And the biggest reason I don't is because especially living where we live, you are so exposed to the sun whether you like it or not. And I just feel you can do more damage to your skin in terms of discoloration, melasma by using that. And I've never seen. Also, a big thing I always say to people: it depends on your starting point. So if you really have damage, lines, wrinkles, you're going to need a tret to kind of start correcting that.
Right.
If I'm looking at all of us here, no one has enough correction that needs to be done that I think a tret is worth the trade-off of just the.
Well, this is a lot of Botox.
Actually, I'm testing a product right now, so I
It might
can't
not
do Botox.
look like that now, but
I'm so I hate when the Botox wears off, but I'm in a testing mode for a product, so I can't.
you look perfect.
How long do you test a product for?
Usually, for me to truly, there's two ways of testing. For me to say I love it and put it in my repertoire, I would say 6 months.
Oh, wow.
For me to test it for a brand that wants me to endorse it, a minimum of 4 weeks. And that includes everything from I have to like the texture, I have to like the smell, I have to like the bottle, the pump.
Yeah.
There's so many times I've gotten products that I love, and 3 weeks into using them, the pump clogs, so I'm really adamant about testing things, but I also feel like, I fight with brands on that. They'll ask me to do an ad without ever sending me the product. And I'm like,
Wow.
I've never used this.
Yeah.
They're like, we'll give you a brief, we'll give you a script. It's shady
Well,
out there.
that's great to know that you are actually testing
Yeah.
what you're putting
Yeah.
out there.
Yes.
And what about I feel like you can get beauty products from $5 to $500. I mean, is there anything that you think is great drugstore brands versus designer? Is it always designer's best?
I would say, so I'm more a luxury girl. That's just my comfort level. That's my background. My jobs have been with, Bergdorf Goodman. I was at Bergdorf Goodman for 13 years. Holt Renfrew. I come from a luxury thing, so I very much have learned to value the performance of luxury product, the experience of a luxury product, the packaging of a luxury product, from everything from the bottle to when it arrives at your door. It appeals to me. It's something that, the bow, the packaging. If you go to Sephora and you buy a Chanel product, it comes in your black and white Sephora bag. There's not a lot of experience. You can order that exact same product from Chanel. It will arrive to you in the Chanel box with the Chanel ribbon, with the samples. I
feels
enjoy
good. Yeah.
that, but I think when it comes to do they work better, some do. Some do, and it comes down to research and development. It comes down to lab trials. It comes down to the money that was spent. But I always say, a good rule of thumb is most brands out there are owned by a few brands. They're under an umbrella. So if there is an Armani product you want or a YSL product you want, both those brands are owned by L'Oreal. So chances are, in the L'Oreal umbrella, which is L'Oreal, Maybelline, you could go to CVS, you could go to Target, you could go to the L'Oreal section, the Maybelline section, and you could find an almost identical product. They're running off the same assembly lines. They're using the same proprietary
Do
formulas.
you feel that products change when that happens? So when they are bought by a L'Oreal or a bigger brand, that the formulas change?
They often do, but there's actually a very good reason behind it. Usually, and this is an interesting thing people don't always know, most brands don't own their formula. So when you start making products, you go in and you're adapting an existing formula. That lab owns your formula. It's very hard to buy it back. So let's say you get bought. Let's take Rhode in her $1 billion buyout. I would bet she probably doesn't own her formulas. So what will happen is now e.l.f., who bought her, will have to recreate those formulas. So they might end up different, and they might end up better. They have more money to spend.
Yeah. Right.
They might say, now's the chance to add an SPF to this. Now's the chance to make this vegan. So usually the formulas do change. I think that it's human nature to all assume that they're shitty changes. We all go, now that L'Oreal owns it, it's crap. Like, it's not always true. I think it's human nature to assume the product got worse and not better. I often find when they get bought, there's improvements made to the formulas.
So what about like TikTok? I buy everything on TikTok. TikTok shop is my thing, you know? I just bought the Maybelline Colossal Bubble thing.
Oh, that's
bubble.
good.
Yeah,
That's
it's so
good.
good. I'm wearing it today. But I just bought all this Medicube stuff that I love. Do you like stuff on TikTok shop? I'm a big CVS, like, pharmacy, drugstore makeup person. That's all I wear.
Listen, I think
35.
35. Her skin is like a baby, too.
Yeah,
So
your
it's
skin's
like she
gorgeous.
could-
Your skin's gorgeous. I think when TikTok Shop first started, I was really like, oh no, like what is this? And I work with people within TikTok. I have a TikTok manager, so I was sort of privy to these meetings and what was going on with it. And basically, I know there's a lot of negativity that it's become a selling platform, and it is. Like, there's a lot of sales on there. The only thing I kind of look at it like, again, is you're being sold to no matter what.
Right.
Like, whether someone is directly selling to you, when I'm putting on a lip gloss and saying, oh my God, I'm selling that to you. Of
course.
So you might as well be able to have the convenience of clicking the button and buying it right there versus writing down the name, saving the video, going to the drugstore, trying to find it. TikTok has huge inventory of products, so it's usually not sold out. They have very, very hard seller guidelines, meaning you will get things shipped to you very quickly. Refunds are guaranteed. Like, they actually are doing a good job. And I think there's good product on there. I mean, again, I remember in the beginning, it was a lot of unknown brands. Everyone's on there now. Whether it's Bobbi Brown, NARS, I mean, every reputable brand is on there. It's almost like Amazon. I think in the beginning we were all like, oh God, Amazon Beauty.
Right.
Brands are competing to be on Amazon at this point. So I think the idea of this easy being, like the thing with Amazon, which I think is great, and now TikTok Shop, they store your information. You don't have to enter your credit card every time. They have your address.
Yeah.
It's easy returns. It's easy.
I love
Instant
anything
gratification,
easy.
kind of like.
That's the worst part. Is like midnight scrolling, right?
My
You're
husband's
like, buy
what's
now.
this TikTok? I'm like, oh, nothing.
Yeah. I get packages in the mail sometimes. I'm like, what's this?
I know.
And I can't remember. I'm like, is this PR? And then I'm like, oh no, I
bought
bought all this.
My ambient shopping.
Especially after Prime Day, it's just like built up. And you're
It's
like,
so
wow,
bad.
I ended up getting that?
Yeah.
My kids were sitting in the Amazon boxes today.
That's bad.
So bad. Crazy, right?
But to go back to, you said you don't use a retinol or a treatment.
Prescription,
So
I was gonna ask.
people that are in their 40s, late 40s, how do you get your skin so glowy?
Acids. So I am such a believer. If I was to tell anyone anything, you need acids.
Like glycolic and lactic? I love that.
Glycolic, mandelic. There's so
What's
many
that?
good ones that all do different things. One of my favorite acids out there is by, and I'm gonna botch her name, and I know her, Shani Darden.
Oh,
Okay?
yeah.
Darden,
Great.
Shani Darden. She has an at-home kit, and I want to say it has like little individual packages. So you use it. I do one per week. And there's enough in that package to do your whole face, your neck, your chest, your hands.
It comes with a brush, right?
Yes, it comes with a brush, and then it comes with a neutralizing mask. So you put the acid on. After 2 minutes, you put this neutralizing mask on. You feel it. I mean, you'll be like, uh-oh, I'm doing something wrong. Like, you'll have a minute where you think I've made a mistake.
Yeah.
Your skin is impeccable after that. I do it on my hands. When I tell you, I've noticed such a difference in my hands from doing it. And I don't remember the exact price. I want to say, I believe it's like a $125 or something. She often does sales. She'll do 15% off. She'll do Memorial Day. So I always say, like, look out for that. But that's over. I want to say there's 6 packages in there. So divide that by 6. You're paying whatever, $25 a treatment. That's nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing.
That's nothing.
Yeah.
And it's really professional grade, and you will see a difference. And
Okay, where's
always
my
say,
phone? I need to add it to my
Yeah,
phone.
yeah. I always say, if you do not have an acid in your routine somewhere, you will never have glowy, bright skin. You have to have it. Because even retinols, I find retinol to be more for fine lines, wrinkles. I don't necessarily find you're glowy from it. Whereas these blends of acids, and again, hers is a real cocktail. Like, I think it's lactic, mandelic. Like, it's when you cocktail those acids, that's where you end up with that real, it helps with everything from blackheads to pores to fine
sign me
lines.
up.
But it's that glow. It's really that glow. And there's others, just also, if that's not your price point, there are other acids out there. Like, again, L'Oreal makes great ones. You can find toners now that have a blend of acids in them, but you've got to be exfoliating.
Do you exfoliate physically also?
I typically don't.
Okay.
I typically don't. Not that I'm against it. I just find because I do the acids, I don't necessarily need that. The only time I would use a manual exfoliant is to remove self-tanner.
Okay, so can you give us everything you use in a routine, like normally from like
Morning
not
to night.
morning to night, but like I know
at
you
night when
add
you
in
wash your
some,
face.
but like what is like you're going to sleep, your daily like.
So the only caveat to this is it changes on season for me because in the summer I'm wearing so much more sunscreen. So I will always double cleanse in the summer. And I'm not one of the people that's crazy double cleanse. And again, I come from this background. I'm an esthetician. I've worked as a product developer. I've worked as a trainer. So like I really know what to do. You don't have to double cleanse, but I find in the summer it's more important because that balm, whatever you're using, that creamy balm is going to break down. That's what you need to, it's like that old theory of, oil begets oil. You can't really get oils off with a gel. You need an oil to remove it. So I do a balm first and I'm basically breaking down sunscreen, makeup, that sort of thing. Then I go in with the idea of now I'm removing that balm because it's hard to get that balm off. So I use some type of a second cleanser to remove the balm. Next thing I will always do, let's do morning routine let's do nighttime routine because I wouldn't double cleanse in the morning. So now after that, my nighttime routine, I usually do growth factors.
Okay, yeah, what is
that?
So I saw that on your Instagram. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Growth factors are, again, so when you hear like the big buzzwords right now are growth factors, exosomes. Yeah. So growth factors are something you already have within you, and they are basically, I always try to layman it down. I'm a layman as well, but you're basically communicating to your cells to perform in an optimal way. That's what they do. So whether optimal is cell turnover, it's in terms of retaining moisture, it's retaining, whatever that sort of, whatever that's programmed to tell your skin to do is what it's doing. And I find it makes such a huge difference. The one I always use and recommend, and there's so many good ones. There are so many good ones. I think the biggest, they range greatly in price. There's $400 ones. The one that I use mostly is by a brand called Lemieux.
Oh yeah, I know that brand.
They are $70, and what I love, they work, but what I love about the product on a whole is if you picture a little bottle with the dropper, the first ingredient, when you read the ingredient, is hyaluronic acid. If you look at 99.9% of other products in the world, the first ingredient is water. So what I love about this is you can get rid of your hyaluronic serum. This is a hyaluronic acid serum with added growth factors. It's $70. It's amazing. Little side note, just so you all know, if you do buy it and you use my code, which is SHINE, they give you tons of deluxe samples.
Oh, I love that.
Also tons of deluxe samples.
Use code SHINE.
And it works. And so I use that. So I go in, I'll use my growth factors. Then I would use some type of correcting agent specific to you. So when I say that, I mean if you are someone that has discoloration, if you are someone that is using a retinol, then I would go in with it, whatever that specific serum is. And that's something I always say, like, unless I see your exact skin type, it's hard for me to guide you what that should be for you. But that's like your targeted step. And then at night, I always do eye. I typically don't do eye during the day because it can interfere a lot with your makeup, but at night I will always do an eye cream, and then I do truly a heavy night type product, something balmy, something creamy, and I do it because that's also difficult to wear during the day, and it just allows your skin that extra time. Again, if you believe in circadian rhythms, which I do, your skin really is in repair mode at night. You breathe in oxygen more deeply. You have more oxygen in your cells. So nighttime is really repair time for your skin. So I always think of it in terms of what are the things I want to fix on my skin is nighttime. And then during the day, it's what are the things I want to sort of protect on my skin becomes my daytime routine. So daytime, again, there's a lot of controversy in the aesthetic world of do you need to wash when you wake up? I usually use some type of light cleanser in the morning just for me to freshen up. I will do that. I always do a vitamin C. And I think vitamin C's, again, they're pretty non-negotiable. Everyone can benefit from a vitamin C, whether you have discoloration, whether you're working on pigmentation. It's just a potent antioxidant. Like, it's just a potent shield. Right. So again,
what's your favorite? Which one?
I actually, it's going to sound so old school. There's do you remember the line Borghese?
Yeah.
And they were
Yeah.
famous for their mud.
Yeah.
They have vitamin C capsules.
I love that.
So they look like tiny little.
Oh, that you just open.
Like crack them
And
open.
Like what you'd buy
Yeah.
from Avon
Yes.
back in the
Yes.
day.
Yes, and I love them for 100 reasons. Vitamin C is very unstable. This keeps them absolutely fresh. B, they're amazing to travel with. You just grab a couple of them. You know exactly the right dose. There's no guessing how much to use. Did I use enough? And these ones in particular have a little bit, I've never checked the ingredients fully. It feels like silicone to me. They leave your skin airbrushed. Like your
I
skin
love that.
looks so gorgeous. I will do that. Then again, depending if it's super muggy, if it's this, if it's that, I would use a moisturizer. I usually in the summer almost don't have to, and I go straight in with SPF.
What SPF do you use?
Every single one. I try them all. I find one of my favorites is a brand St. Jane. They have an amazing SPF. It's a blurring SPF. It's really beautiful. It's really nice. Glow Recipe has phenomenal SPFs there, and they smell amazing. Everything Glow Recipe smells so good. Kiehl's has a beautiful SPF that's also very correcting. It's one of the only ones that's really built to correct a lot of damage on the skin. I love it. I mean, there's SPFs are really.
Do you think that it's important to consistently like rotate your routine and
Yes.
switch
I
things
was gonna
out?
say,
Because
switch
your
like,
brands.
for me, I went through a period where I was using the same products, and then all of a sudden my skin just freaked out.
Yeah.
And I think I was using too many active ingredients,
Yep.
so I had to just kind of
Yeah.
switch things
And
around.
I think it comes down to, and I say this all the time, like I know that people think that your skin can have fatigue, like you get used to it, you stop responding to it. That's one theory. You know, my theory, which comes from just working with hundreds of women and being in offices and seeing what happens, is your skin is just different every day.
Yeah.
Depending on your
Yeah.
hormones, depending
It
on you're
is.
just on
Yeah.
vacation.
If you drink
Every
wine last
week it's
night.
different.
Yeah, have you been drinking? Are you stressed?
Every
Yeah.
night.
So again, it's sort of like you wouldn't do the same thing every single day. If you go to the gym and like you just did your back yesterday and your arms are sore, and you wouldn't repeat that workout. You have to switch it up. So I'm always kind of like, if possible, have a couple different, things, so that when I wake up, like I'll look at my skin and be like, oh God, I
Yeah.
look like shit. And then I'm kind of like, I need brightening. I know
Yeah.
what I need to kind of correct it. And I think that's kind of the challenge for people is most people don't know how to read their skin. Like they don't know how to kind of look in the mirror and say, I look dehydrated. I'm puffy. Why am I puffy? Am I puffy because of the alcohol I drank? Am I puffy because I need to do a little bit of lymphatic massage? Like people, I don't think really understand how to properly address and assess their skin.
Well, it also comes from like education.
Yeah.
Like I feel like my whole life I just did, I don't know, Cetaphil and just
Cetaphil.
whatever
Yeah.
I needed to do. And now I just turned 40 and I'm like, it's time to like really step it up and actually do something. But it's like you see all of these things all over the place. So it's actually learning what you need
Yeah.
and when you need it. And so it's like, I'm
Yeah.
still trying to figure all of that out too.
And I think
but-
it also comes from, I believe there was a mentality for a long time that like girls like me that were very into it or did it all, like we were high maintenance, or it's like, oh, she's
Yeah.
so vain, she's so this. And I realize, I think that is changing a little, and people are
Definitely.
becoming a little more accepting
They
of
have.
a 6-step routine.
Of course.
I remember sitting with women and I would recommend, they'd have a facial and we'd recommend, I'd put out, here's your cleanser, and they'd be like, I am not doing this
Yeah.
many steps, I'm not doing, and I would always kind of be, but why?
Yeah.
Like, why won't you do 5 steps?
Yeah.
It's really not going to take you that much more time. You're associating this number with a negative connotation. Like, if you're doing 6 steps, you're high maintenance, you're wasting
Yeah.
time, it's too much. I'm like, for me, I enjoy it. And I always say to people, if you begrudge doing your skincare, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
And I have playlists. Like, I will genuinely.
Like your time.
Take your
Yes.
time.
And I think one of the biggest tips
Self-care.
I learned years ago, and I've always stuck to it, I don't wait till bedtime to do it because you're tired.
Yeah.
When I know I'm home for the night, when I know I'm done, it could be 6 o'clock, I will go and do my full routine. Yeah. And then at night, right before bed, I might take a little bit extra eye cream, a little bit extra, but like the makeup's off, my face is clean. Every step is already done. Because even for me, at midnight, at whatever time I decide to fall asleep, I don't really want to do it. So I do it like 6 o'clock. I will usually put on a little music. I'll listen to a podcast at that time. And I really do my steps. And I also really love the part of like watching your skin change. Like you can visibly start to see your skin improve. And I always say to people, just like a weight loss journey, take a picture. Take a picture of your starting point. You will be amazed when you go back and look how different you can look 6 months later from just skincare.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, what do you think? I mean, you look beautiful, and so just naturally beautiful. What do you think the biggest mistake women over 45 are making when it comes to their face?
You know, it's funny.
Skincare and face.
It's funny because I see two mistakes, and they're the exact polar opposite spectrum of each other. So the first one being overdoing all of it. And I mean, I will give you an example. I was out with my 12-year-old son yesterday, and he was, I'm looking at him, he goes, oh my God. And he's 12. And he saw, and, you know, just the lips.
The
and
cat lady.
face
They saw
and
a cat lady.
And it's so sad.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, as someone who worked, again, in the Office of Plastic Surgeons and Derms, body dysmorphia is a very real thing.
Right.
It's a very real thing. And I struggle sometimes. I'll see these beautiful girls with the perfect lips and the perfect, and I think like, oh, I should go get a little more filler. I should get a little, because I know how to get that look. I know exactly what to do to get that. But then I kind of struggle with, do I want to be that? Like maybe for a day it'd be fun, you know, but that's what filters are for. You know, like maybe for a day to be that sexy bombshell look is fun, but do I want that every day? No.
You look like a bombshell.
Yeah, you do. You look like a sexy bombshell.
You already look like a sexy bombshell.
But I think that is the first mistake, is that we reach an age where we're trying everything, trying too much, and chasing something that's really not real. And if it is real, it doesn't look good in real life.
Right.
Like what looks good on Instagram, two-dimensional. You know, when you're online, on TikTok, that's a two-dimensional version of you. In real life, those lips are sticking out to here. You know, so a 3D person is not the same. And then the other mistake I see is that women give up. And I know you guys had Caroline on here recently, and her and I are very similar philosophies. I mean, she talks about get up, get dressed. If you wear your sweatpants every day, you're not going to feel great. And I'm sort of the same. Like, I went into a rut after my divorce where I just didn't care. And beyond didn't caring, I wasn't going out. I wasn't doing anything. So why am I going to get all makeup and hair done when I'm going to the grocery store? But you don't feel good. It's very hard to feel good about yourself when you don't present well. It's hard. And I'm not saying makeup is the answer, but I know for me, like just that little bit of blush or bronzer or something, especially, I mean, again, I always put it to, if you were to run into your ex, if you were to run into someone, would you rather run into them? Looking at, so if that's the facts, you'd rather look good, then why wouldn't you choose that every day? Why wouldn't you choose, and just whatever that is for you, that could be mascara, bronzer, lip gloss. That could be your I feel good, look good. For someone else, that could be full face, extensions, like whatever it is.
So is that your like everyday effortless kind of look that you talk about a lot, is like just a little bronzer, mascara?
Yeah, I think, you know, for me, I always say as a makeup artist, you know, when you see like that girl next door natural look, that's the most makeup out there. To get that look is the most makeup you could possibly apply versus like a smoky look. All I need to smoke you out is one mascara, you know, like it's easy. But I do think that for most women, I always guide them, everyone has a feature you like. Even if you are really down on yourself and hard on yourself, you do have a feature on your face you like, whether it's you have great eyebrows, you have great eyes, you've got a great nose. And I always say, start with that feature. What does it take to play that up? So if you've got great eyes, I usually say mascara. Like, get yourself a really great mascara. That should be your investment piece. That should be your money piece. If it's lips, focus on lips. Like, what looks good on you? Gloss, what looks good? Focus on playing up that feature and then build around it. And usually I say, like, the key things to me is a bronzer, mascara, and a lip. Skip the blush, you can use a bronzer. The bronzer you can do on your eye. Like, those three pieces for me are my essentials.
What about red light therapy?
Amazing.
You do it.
Amazing, but you have to be consistent.
I have that thing my mother-in-law
Same.
bought me.
Yeah.
I never use it.
Yeah, and I always say that
Because
to
I'm like,
people.
this isn't going to do crap. Like,
It
if I don't
does,
see it
but
right away.
it's consistency, and I always say that to people again, like when you go for a facial and you know they're like, you know, for $50 you can add on red light, say no.
Right.
Take that $50 and save it and add up to buy your own. Like, save it till you get to the $200 you need to buy your own at home, because when you use it every day, it makes a difference. And that's the kind of thing I always say too. I keep my red light mask in my nightstand, and I do it as part of my, I do it as my.
I think Staci brought it to Mexico. We were on
did.
a trip to
I bring mine
Mexico.
too.
Yeah, she brought it to Vegas.
Because I have the
came
little,
out,
like,
she's
the
like-
one that you wear, which I love because if I had to lay down,
That's the thing. I need
have
that
it
one.
on for 10 minutes, I wouldn't do it.
No,
I put mine on the morning, I walk out, I make my coffee, and it's easy. And it
a
fits
lot
in
of
with my like
the good
schedule.
ones now all come with kind of built-in eye shields, so you can keep your eyes open. It used to be you kind of had to lay there, but a lot of them now have this little kind of shield that you can do your scrolling, you can do your things, and I've kind of built it in. I do it in the morning when I wake up, and I'll kind of play my little whatever I'm listening to for the day, whether it's like my motivation thing, like that's where I'll take 10 minutes before I get out of bed, where I'm normally scrolling anyway, and just throw it on and get it out of the way.
So just 10 minutes a day?
I mean, they're usually timed. I think mine has a 10-minute timer.
Oh,
I have the one you have, and it's like over, and then
like a tanning
I
bed
wear
for
those like
your
eye shields, and then I
Yeah.
end up falling asleep.
Yeah, I know.
At least you can fall asleep.
Yeah.
Is there one thing like you do not switch out? You cannot live without. Like one product that you just you can't live forever. Yes, that you'll use forever that you can't live without.
Do you know what's so funny? I never thought I had one because I'm such a consumer and I love to try anew. And my mom just came to visit and she was using some of my things and she brought it to my attention. She was like, oh, you've been using this since you were like, I mean, I'm talking 30 years.
Yeah.
Donna Karen deodorant.
Oh my God! We're always looking for a good deodorant.
Cashmere one.
Yes,
It's
yes.
so good.
And it didn't, it's not something that like I ever realized. And she brought it up to I think I was gifted it when I worked at Holt Renfrew, 20 something years ago. And I've just always repurchased it. I've never realized that's the only deodorant I use. I love the smell. I love how it works. I love everything about it.
Funny.
Yeah.
Do you have, how many kids do you have?
3.
Boys.
2 girls and a boy.
So how are the girls? Do they love it? Are they into it?
It's so funny because in the beginning they were not, and it used to drive me crazy. Like they were like, it's like Malibu girls. They were very no one touched it. But now my older one that she's in college, it's very funny because her friends will be like, is this your mom on my For You page? And then they're like, your mom's so cool. Your mom's so, and then I sent a bunch of PR to her sorority. I was like, I
love that.
So
and so she's just like, do you have any, yeah. So now they're getting into it. And now I think, again, like everyone comes into makeup at their own time, right? Like for both my daughters, I feel like they were late bloomers. Like 18 and 20 is when they started liking makeup.
Yeah.
I was into makeup by the time I was 14.
Yeah.
I was into makeup
Same.
when I was like 7. I had like, remember those little Avon little mini like lipsticks?
No, I remember.
I could see you walking around with your caboodle.
I was a drag queen.
Yeah. I had my Bonnie Bell, lip smacker.
Was
and
your
all
mom
that.
into skincare?
Very.
Okay.
Yeah, I always say, I know it, when people are like, oh, where do you think you got it from? I'm like, my mom.
I think the generation is changing so much too because I have a 9-year-old. They're doing birthdays where they rent Sephora out before they open.
huge.
She comes home with a full list of her routine, the products recommended for her skin. I'm like, you're 9. Like, it's
And it's funny because I don't know if you remember a few months ago, it was a very big controversy. The kids in the Sephora, and people were very angry about it. And I was sort of like, listen, do I think a 9-year-old needs a 0-step routine? They need nothing but to be cleansing their skin. But forming those habits is not a bad thing.
Right.
Being concerned about your skin and cleaning it and taking care of it, you will need to do that at some point. I mean, I have a 13-year-old boy, and he comes to me and he'll be like, why does my nose feel like this? I'm like, you need to exfoliate. Like he's aware, and that's not a bad thing. So I'm always sort of like, listen, do you want a pack of 12-year-olds running around Sephora, pawing at everything? And no. But on the same hand, them learning about skincare and how to take care of their skin is a good thing. It's not a bad thing.
What about the ingredients on their skin?
Listen, again, it needs to be ideal for them. Nothing more. Like I always say, like my kids, when I set them up with skincare, which was probably around the age of 13, they had a cleanser. I gave them some type of hydration product and a sunscreen. That's it. They had 3 products.
Yeah.
And then they were always, buying all their Sol de Janeiro, all the other junk they wanted. But the 3 skincare products were that.
Right when my
And up
daughter
until
walks out of the
recently.
room.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Rio de Janeiro's.
They're so into
At
it.
least it's not Bath and Body Works.
Yeah.
I'd rather the
I
Rio de
can't even
Janeiro.
walk by there anymore. I'm like, how did I used
You
to
get an instant migraine?
I get a migraine.
Yeah,
Me
yeah.
too.
And I used to wait for the sales. You know, it was like
Oh,
buy
yeah.
two.
Yeah.
And I would sit there for hours smelling all the hand sanitizers.
And you walk by and the candles are
Yeah.
like, oh.
Just carried all the soap, the
Remember-
lotion in your backpack to
Oh, yeah.
school, like cherry apple blossom.
Sun-ripened raspberry.
Yeah.
when I was young.
Exactly. I feel like now, like today's version, and I don't mean it in a bad way, like Summer Friday. Like my girls are like, they collect those lip balm. Like they collect, like that's like the young girls are obsessed with it.
So, Katz, what is one thing that you would hope your followers feel after seeing your content?
You know, I think the biggest thing I came into this wanting to be was inclusive. Because I do feel like people are intimidated by beauty, and I used to hear that a lot when I worked in department stores. I would work at, you know, Bergdorf Goodman, I would work at Holt Renfrew, and people were intimidated to come up to the counter. They felt that they were gonna be sold to or pulled in, and, you know, and I always felt like so many women didn't get the education they could have had, or the experience, or just truly fallen in love with makeup and skincare because they were intimidated that they didn't look a certain way, or they didn't have the money to spend. And I can, you know, I always say, like, I'm such a, you know, there's those girls that don't like pretty friends because they want to be the prettiest one. Like, I'm the opposite. Like, I want everyone pretty. Like, I'm like the girl that's like, let me fix you.
Yeah.
And, you know, and it's funny because my other girls from, like, you know, we'd meet someone new and they'd be like, please don't say anything about her brows. Please do not. don't get out of my wax pot.
my
Don't get out. And I'd be like, no, but I'm going to fix her.
I can help you.
Yeah, I love that. And so I really want people to feel like there's whatever your budget is, whatever your experience it is, whatever, you know, I have women that are 65, 70, and they'll tell me I'm just starting skincare. They've never, ever bought stuff for themselves. They've always been committed to their kids, to the family, to the business, to the this. They've never taken the time. So I think the biggest thing I try to do is I want you to feel like this is fun. It's open for you. You don't have to be intimidated. You can be part of, like, the club. You can be in there. You can, you know, because beauty is fun. It should feel fun for people.
That's amazing.
Kat, thank you so much for just being here. And you've honestly made skincare and taking care of ourselves feel so much less overwhelming. And I know, you know, for our listeners, everyone's looking for tips on how we can make this a manageable experience. So thank you so much. Tell our listeners where they can follow you and find you and get their no BS tips all day, every day.
Official Kat James is my name across all the platforms. So TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, which, you know, I should be doing more of, but I don't. And apparently I should be on Pinterest. Do you guys do Pinterest?
I mean,
I don't. I'm very internet
Why, it's back
unsavvy.
Not only is it back, it is like the #1 platform for it's become like a Google
especially for
search.
beauty.
Beauty, So I mean, I'm not on there, by the way. I'm talking about Pinterest, but you will not find me there.
One day soon.
You will not find me there. So that's where you find me across the board.
Awesome. Well, before you go, will you play a game with us?
Okay. What, are we doing shots? No. It's only 11. Are we doing shots?
It's never have I ever,
Okay.
truth or dare, but we call it dare to dip or spill the pudding. So I'll put up, everyone puts up 5 fingers, and if you've done it, put your finger down.
Okay.
The first one to put all fingers down has to pick a truth or dare card.
Okay.
All right. This one's gonna be for you. Never have I ever popped someone's pimples.
So I put a finger down if I've done it.
Yeah. Never have I ever cleaned my boyfriend's toenails.
Gross.
Oh my God.
Staci probably smells it after.
Who put the finger down?
I do it at night. She does it all the time.
Every night.
It's so gross.
Every night.
You haven't popped a zit?
Did you say every
No,
night?
I wouldn't
Clean
pop
the-
a zit, but I'll clean toenails.
Oh, that's so backwards,
Oh,
honey.
that lens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never have I ever said a baby was cute when it was actually not
Of
so
course we
cute.
have.
I think they're all cute. I swear to you, I really do. I've never seen an ugly baby.
Oh, really?
No, I think they're cute.
Not all babies
I mean,
are
listen,
cute.
once they get past 3 years old, there's some ones. No.
Never have I ever cut my own bangs. That is something.
I mean,
I
I
did it
did
with
that
toenail
all the
clippers one
time.
time at the airport.
What?
My forehead was broken out. So I went in there and I cut it with
my
fingernail
God.
clippers.
That's hilarious.
Never have I gotten a tattoo and regretted it.
Tattoo and regretted it.
Never have I ever bought a skincare product because TikTok told me to.
Oh, me.
I'm trying to get my fingers down. I'm like,
Never have I ever tried to contour and look like a Picasso painting. Me.
Too often.
Oh gosh. Okay. Never have I ever lied about my age. Nobody?
I've never lied about
Okay.
I mean, I lied to get into bars when I was
Yeah,
younger.
when I was younger.
Does that count? I'm like, wait a minute.
Never have I ever had a friends with benefit situation.
No.
Oh,
Friends with
me.
benefit.
Oh, D.
Dare to dip or
Are
spill
you
the
out?
pudding?
Yeah, she's out. She's
I'm
out.
out. I'm out.
Dare to dip or spill the pudding?
I'll dare to dip.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
Do your best impression of one of the other podcast hosts.
Is that a dare?
Guys,
Stupid. Shut up.
Is that you?
Yeah, that's right. Guys,
ever heard of it?
You know what? You girls are jealous.
that was really good, D. That is Rach to a T.
Yeah.
Ever heard of it?
Rach, we love you.
We love you. Well, this was so fun.
Yeah,
Thank
fun.
you so much.
Kat, thank you so much for coming on. And remember, like and subscribe and follow at the Pudding Pals podcast and share this episode with anyone you feel like might want to learn these wonderful beauty tips.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Can't wait to go shopping.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. See you next time.